So I'm down here in Mondello racetrack for the day to film this, but I'm actually only going to get 30 minutes with this car, so we have a lot to get through. Start with pricing. Entry level of this car with a smaller battery in it is going to be just under 50 grand with the grant. The upper level of this means the grant disappears, so the VRT goes down and the grant disappears off it, which makes the upper one, the bigger battery one, pretty close to 70 grand, 66 grand or something is where it's going to be. So that's going to drive the price of the first one, the entry level one, the way it should be. Now, this is a big SUV, let's make no mistake, this is bigger than a Qashqai in every direction. This is not a small car, it's a large car. Feels every bit as big as ID4, feels every bit as big as Kia EV6 or something, so it actually feels very good on the road. We're going to take a little spin around the track now. It handles okay. We're going to take a spin around the track in this car and see what it's like to handle, and then we'll try and sum it up at the end. So stick with me for a minute. So while I'm thinking of this video here, we've actually been told nothing about the car. We just got the car and off we went in the car. But it is the Nissan Ariya, and there is a big feeling of weight. They have these things on the road for us to go around. I'm not doing that on purpose on a racetrack, but we are in a racetrack, which means you can do whatever you like. Do donuts here for 10 minutes, but let's have a test of the acceleration. That's flat out. It's 100 kilometers an hour, 110. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that too often, to be honest. You just run out of electricity before you get a chance to go anywhere. But brakes are good. They go into another little corner there. This is full of tech, as you can see. There's so many things in here. There's ways of opening the little doors there with electric things, which I think is this thing, and it opens. Maybe it won't open while we're turning. It's only going to open a little bit. You hold it down when you're doing it. Okay, so you hold it down, it opens with a little door. These are pre-production, so I wouldn't expect everything to be working exactly perfectly. We also have an electronic rear view mirror, which is showing me by camera what's behind me. It's kind of weird because you can't see the back window of the car, so you don't know how close things are. Things look a lot closer. But handling wise seems okay for an SUV. It is bigger than a Qashqai for sure. It's bigger in here and outside. Flat floor. This here is quite useful. There's a big console in the center. When you're parked, you can move the console out of the way seemingly. We put that to the test when we stop as well. This one has e-pedal turned off, but actually this has one pedal driving as well, which I'll engage now. So now I don't need the brakes seemingly. This should be a laugh on a racetrack, but we'll see, see how much braking happens when you move to this little set of cones here. It does, it actually feels like brakes have come on, not on strong, but enough to recuperate some energy. I may have clipped the cone there. But we'll go wide in this corner here and come in again. But it does feel, it's weird to see one of these cars on a racetrack, but it feels solid enough on the road. There's a lot of batteries underneath me here, but for a Nissan have a little bit of a heritage when it comes to racetrack driving. You think of GTRs, you think of Silvias, or, you know, there's such a heritage of it, but this is nothing to do with that. This is Nissan's future. This is the future of what they're going to do next, and it looks exciting to me. It looks like Nissan are really trying to do something a little bit different, which is really good. Is there a sports mode? Turn that off. Drive mode. There's a sport mode. Let's go. Oh, that's the same. Oh, maybe more. I've crossed 100 kilometers an hour again. The marketing manager's looking nervously over the hedge there, thinking this guy's going to kill this car. But I won't. It's okay. I know it's pre-production, but I'm not going to drive it into the ground or anything. I like the single connection on the steering wheel. There's nothing on the bottom here. It's quite nice to have. The sat-nav isn't working because it shows we're up in Park West at the moment. We're actually in Mondello. But the rest looks okay. The infotainment system is just there. I don't know whether that's working properly or not. It is. It seems to be working. All right, you got a radio station there. And the center console is just lovely. Good big seating position. A good bit of support in the seats. When you chuck it into a corner, which I'm going to do right now, so we're going to go through a right and then a left. You do swim about in the seat a bit, but it's not a sports car, even though I'm on a racetrack. I think I'm going to like this Ariya, to be honest with you. So far, it's pretty good. I'm interrupting this broadcast to bring you a very important message. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the share button, because that's how this channel survives. Totally independent channel. There's also a list of links down below if you want to support the channel financially. Thanks. Back to the show. This is a great change for Nissan, really, and it's all about change. And even one of the remarkable changes on this is this does not have CHAdeMO. This is CCS chargers that are on this as well. Big change for Nissan. They were the last one, apart from Lexus, to hold on to CHAdeMO. That means that Lexus is all that's left doing CHAdeMO this time. So it's time everybody updated. We need to have everything as CCS. Stop putting in new CHAdeMO chargers all over the place, please. Start putting in more CCS. But this is a genuinely good car. I think this is a lovely car. One of the finest, most luxurious interiors I've had over the last few months, easily. Lives up to his price tag as well. When you stop thinking about battery size and start thinking about range or how far you drive on a daily basis, you won't worry too much about having a smaller battery in this car. And then you'll be under 50 grand, which isn't bad. Anyway, if you like these kind of reviews, I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you haven't hit subscribe already, you should have at this point. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you hit that subscribe button. And I hope you can support the channel. So there's PayPal, Patreon, all kinds of links underneath there as well. This is a fully independent channel, so I get to say whatever I want to say, which is great. Thank you very much for watching. And until the next time, I'll see you on the far side. Or some lunch now.